Check 1 2 3. Check check. Oh, what a game he's having, Sanchit Sharma. First, of course, we saw his expertise with the bat, and now he's showing his skill level with the ball, charging it once again. Beautifully bowled. It's got such immaculate line and length. It's literally like a bowling machine, can keep on coming at you all day. Really reminds me of the great Bhuvanesh- Bhuvaneshwar Kumar of Team India. He used to swing the ball both ways, used to keep one tight line and length, and used to bowl three out swingers, and all of a sudden he used to bring one sharply in towards the right handers, and that is what I have seen a lot this man Sanchit Sharma do in the past. Nicely bowled and equally well played in the end. Another successful over for Sanchit. Look at those figures: 3 overs, 6 runs, and a wicket to his name. 5 gone, 22 for 1. It's going to be Uzair Maan to bowling his first over. Not the best of starts. Shifting down the leg side. Starts off conceding an extra. Kalimullah missed out in the last game, but today he's got a great opportunity to really resurrect his team from this difficult situation I believe they've gotten themselves into. 23 is what they've scored. They've lost an important wicket already. Sanchit Sharma is all over them at the moment. He's asking a lot of questions with the new ball. A thickish outside edge. It's a lightning out, quick outfield, but two is what they will get in the end. And I think now these batters can certainly take a leaf out of the notebook of what CSS did in the first innings when Sanchit Sharma was batting alongside Danish Sarhadi. Two batters, they came into bat where there was immense pressure. But those two really stood tall, showed a lot of maturity, and ensured that their team go on to score a decent target. 143 is what they've scored. Yeah, not getting the radar right yet again is Uzair Maan. Needs to be slightly straighter, try to focus it to bring the ball from the fifth stump channel from the offside, because he is getting that extra bit of prodigious movement off the surface. But what's going to be very surprising to see as to if Sanchit is going to be given another over or if he's going to be held back. I think you need to give him another over because he doesn't really swing the ball with the old ball. And when you know that he's on song, he's given only 6 runs in his 3 overs, you know that the batters are finding it difficult to get away from him. So you would always want to give your prime bowler a chance to pick up another wicket, but because clearly they're not really going after him, they're trying to see off his over. So that's where you can really apply pressure on the opponents and try to pick up another wicket. Yeah, he's struggling a little bit here now, Zerma. That's the first time we're seeing him bowl a wide. Somebody just needs to have a quiet word with Zerman, because there's one new batter at the crease, Izaz Ali. Kalimullah on the other end, he has got to the start. He's played 14 deliveries so far. Now they need to ensure that they stay out there in the center and not lose further wickets, because they're not really chasing a huge target. So if they keep their wickets intact, I don't really think there's going to be much of a problem. Oh, this is high up in the air and lodged into the orbit for a huge maximum. Zerman, clearly we can see he's struggling with his lines on that occasion, straying it onto the leg side, and Kalimullah taking full advantage, whipping it and absolutely dismissing it from his presence to get 6 valuable runs. Required run rate is still below 8 runs per over. That is not an area of concern. Also, just the 1 wicket has fallen. So far so good. Nicely played. Tap and run. Oh, this could be a run out. Direct hit was required. I'm not too sure if the keeper had enough time to really come behind the stumps. But he was long way down, was Kalimullah. And good thing to see that they are having a quick chat. Yeah. Don't want to be losing a wicket in a form for run out early on in the power play. There was a huge mix-up. And it was Kalimullah who called for a single. And then all of a sudden, he was the one who thought there's not a single there. So it was himself. If ever so, there was a run out, he was the one who would have been blamed. Tucked away nicely. Once again, a bit of a mix-up. Again, shy the stumps. Careful. This is not the best of calling we have seen so far. Nicely guided towards third man, gets a single. So it's turned out to be an expensive over and also lengthy one. Ozerman is done with his first over. 6 gone, 33 for 1. Well, the captain Albin Alias has decided to introduce his ace bowler Nipun Babu being introduced right after the power play, and he was super impressive. Even in the first game, in the opening game, kept things relatively tight, and once again, it's a good start. Bowled 4 overs quota, gave 20 runs and 14 dot deliveries in a span of 24 deliveries. That is incredible, and picked up 2 wickets as well. So that is one bowler you would want to be extremely careful when playing, and ensure you don't give any unnecessary chances. Just try to milk it around, try to take those singles and doubles. Yeah, if there is a delivery, if it's in the slot, go for it. Otherwise, all you need to do is ensure you stay in the middle and try to be a bit cautious in your approach when you're playing Nipun Babu, because we saw in the first innings, Manan and Zubair, well, they were getting the ball to grip, to turn. There was a lot of assistance for both of the spinners. So Nipun Babu is no less to them. Nicely bowled once again onto the stumps, and equally well played is Ali. We saw him in the first innings bowled just 1 over, gave only 3 runs, and surprisingly, that man was removed from the attack. Now he's got a job with the bat. Beautifully done. You can see that long stride coming in, that front foot coming onto the line of the delivery. And there's a huge real estate towards the mid-wicket region. So playing clever cricket at the moment, Kalimullah and Izaz Ali. And that's what they need at the moment. They aren't looking to play any big shots at the moment. It's not really the demand of the situation at the moment, because not many runs are to be made. It's just 107 required in the next 13. It's 37 for 1 after 7. So spin from one end and pace from the pavilion end. It's walked away nicely towards a deep square. Gets a single. Yeah, the good news at the moment for Volcano Sports Academy is that they have 9 wickets in their hands. So just a couple of good overs coming in for Volcano Sports Academy, and I believe they will be in the driving seat. And that's something which is quite admirable. We've seen more often than not teams try to cash in the first 6 overs, and that's where when they lose the plot, they lose wickets at regular intervals, and it just becomes so difficult for your middle order batters to come and steady the ship. That is exactly what happened in the first innings, where CSS, they lost a lot of wickets in the power play. Beautifully bowled, excellent delivery. Another fine talent. Razeen Ahmed was super impressive even in the last encounter. But this morning he's got a big job in his hands. Mind you, this is a very important game for the Volcano Sports Academy, because they've already registered a loss in the points table. And also, they lost that game quite badly against Seven Districts. So it has put a big dent on their net run rate. Lets that one go alone. It's going to be another wide. And this is something which I personally believe all the bowlers in this tournament need to keep a check on. The extras, we've already seen plenty of extras being bowled in this tournament. You need to be very precise with your lines. You need to be disciplined. You can't really afford to be giving any kind of freebie, especially when you're defending a low target of 143. Beautifully played. Opening the face of the bat, gets a single. So the idea is right. They know how much they're chasing. They know that the run rate is in check. Just one big over, and that required run rate will drop down to somewhere around 7 runs per over. But the key here is that they've got wickets in hand. They've got some firepower, mind you, in their batting department. Lots of batting to go, mind you, after this. Thumps it towards the cow corner, gets only a single. So dealing in singles at the moment, boundaries have certainly dried up. There's Shakib Ahmed, who is a terrific all-rounder. Did extremely well with the ball first, but now he will be having a great responsibility on his shoulders. Then there's Mohammad Zubair Khan. He can tonk a few. Ghulam Murtaza. Well, he's an absolute destructive machine. Couldn't really get going in the last encounter, but today it will be a treat to watch if he gets going. Nicely punched away. They might just consider to come back for the second, and rightfully so. Denied by Kalimullah. Well, talking about Danish Sarhadi and Sanchit Sharma, who can forget that partnership between those two? Came into bat when they were 60 for 6, mind you. They were struggling, and that's where we thought they would be struggling to get somewhere around 120 even, but 78 runs worth the partnership between those two. And that's where in the end they have somehow managed to score a respectable target of 143. We'll keep up the conversation alive after this over. It's 8 gone, 42 for 1. Nipun Babu to continue was very miser in his first over, very economical. And surely they must be having a plan against him, because Nipun Babu, by far, he is one of their premier bowlers. Comes in and hardly gives you any runs whatsoever. And also chips in with a few wickets. So that's where I think these batters need to be a little switched on. And you can see that they aren't really trying to go after Nipun Babu. And that is the right approach. If you can give him 20, 22 runs and ensure you don't give him wickets, that's completely okay. Goes hard, goes long, and that is a biggie. What a massive hit coming in from Azaz. He's already gotten his eye in the middle, and this time he thought enough is enough. I'm going to join into the act. And he has absolutely dismissed this from his presence to get 6 valuable runs, and that too against a quality bowler like Nipun Babu. He's not going to like that. So the moment Nipun Babu decided to offer some pace to Azaz Ali, he's really taken him to cleaner. 49 now in just 8.3, so going along well at this stage. Yeah, this is very sensible now. He knows that he's already gotten 7 runs, so we would want to rotate strike, pick up those singles and doubles when every time it's on offer. Hit those loose odd bad deliveries. Kalimun on the other end, he's also playing a very special knock. Yeah, this is very sensible. And also the 50 comes up for Volcano Sports Academy in the 9th over. So pretty even Steven so far. They need to ensure they keep a check on the required run rate. You don't want to be wanting the required run rate to hover around somewhere around 10. It's the end of the 9th over, 50 for 1. Well, the match is nicely hanging in balance at the moment. Two batters stitching up a partnership. Azaz playing the role of a second fiddle, where we've seen Kalimullah is the man who's been the aggressor, trying to play a few shots. So as we speak, they're making a slight bit of change in the field. The third man is going now towards the deep third man. They've got a deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on position, and a deep cover. So the mid off is in the circle alongside the fine leg. Nicely played. Oh, careful, careful. Direct hit. Now this is going to be close. Surely the umpire would want to go upstairs, and this could be a run out here, because that was a close call. One-handed pickup and bullseye onto the stumps. Yeah, these direct hits are always very tricky and very interesting. And surely this one has been sent upstairs. And if ever so, they lose a wicket at this stage, it's not going to be a very pleasant sight. Look at this. Brilliant pickup. A rocket of a throw. Oh, this is close. This is very close. We'll need to have a look at this again. This could be a big moment in the game, because these two were batting beautifully in tandem until the rocket arm coming in. And this could be the second wicket going down. Yeah, we need to just slow it down a little bit. Now, need to slow this down. I think he's gone. I think he's gone. We need to just have a better angle maybe. I think angle is okay. It's just that it's too close, and surely they are going to have a recheck on this one. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's better. Now, frame by frame, frame by frame. He's still out of his crease. He's not made it. It's a rocket of a throw. And this is close. This is very close. I think he is gonna. I don't really see the bails being dislodged. Maybe a couple of more frames forward. He might just get away with this. Yeah, this is a tough one. Best of luck, third umpire. This is a toughie, but it just looks like that that bat is still on that popping crease. I'm not too sure what the verdict is going to be. Yeah, it's a tough one. And a close one too. Oh, he's been given out. He's been given out. This is a big, big moment in the game, because he was batting so beautifully. Karimullah, it's a slow walk back. He's dejected. But he was caught napping. And that's not the first time we're seeing them in a stutter. When we talk about the running between the wickets, they were in a dire state to pick up a wicket, and they have gotten one. It's 50 for 2. Well, they were in a need of a wicket and they have gotten one in the form of a run out, and that too of the set batter Kalimullah. He ate a lot of deliveries though, 28 deliveries is what he's faced. Another wide. Make that the 11th extra in this innings. And this is something I believe you can't really afford when you are defending a modest total. It's 143 and you've already conceded 11 extras in a span of 9.1. And it is that kind of a wicket where you don't really need to bend your back. There's already enough potential. There's already enough juice in the surface. What you need to do is ensure you just try to pitch the ball and land in those good length areas. And from there, you can see that there has been a lot of movement for the fast bowlers, for the medium pacers. And also, there's a lot to offer for the spinners. It was a treat to watch when we saw those two spinners, Manan and Zubair, bowl extremely well on this surface. They were getting a lot of assistance. And I think Nipun Babu is just bowling a bit too quicker on this wicket. It is a surface where you need to give yourself a bit of air, flight, give a bit of a loop. And that's where give a chance for the ball to turn, grip and spin. Short delivery once again. New batter who's made his way in the centre is Mohammad Irshad, another very capable middle order batter. He's got a job in his hands because they need 93 more runs. The required run rate is almost creeping up to 9 runs per over. So it's getting slightly tougher. And Zairman, he bowled 1 over. I'm not too sure if we're going to see him. 5 bowlers have been used so far. They need 1 more bowler. I'm not too sure who they're going to introduce. Zairman, he's had an off morning. Given 11 in his first. Outside edge, away from that third fielder. He's done well. Yeah. Good bit of fielding. And gets a single. So we're going to see Irshad for the very first time this morning. Omar, he's bowling with a lot of heat. But the problem is he's been slightly wayward. He's trying to ball too quick on this wicket. That's where the lengths have been a bit haywire, a bit wavered. Can try to ensure he keeps things relatively simple in the middle. Make the batter play. Make him drive the ball. Whipped away nicely, but there is protection, so gets only a single. It's turning out to be a decent over though, even though I was just mentioning that he hasn't gotten his lengths intact, but still he's given only 3 runs, couple of singles and a wide considered. And also not to forget, he's picked up, or rather they have picked up a wicket in this over in a form of a run out. This is slashed away beautifully, but the ball doesn't have enough legs. And they will scamper back for 2 more runs. We'll be halfway through in the second innings. It's 10 gone. 55 for the loss of 2. Well, this could be anybody's game from here onwards. Nipun Babu, he's bowled his heart out so far. 12 runs, hasn't picked up a wicket. ensuring he keeps a tight line and length. He's not really letting the batters free their arms, and that is something which we have seen in the past, that his lines and lengths are so immaculate, keeps things simple. Short delivery, that's an outside edge and very close to Sanchit Sharma. He's going to give a long chase and does extremely well. Has saved 2 runs for his team, so 2 more added to the tally. And you can now just sense that there is a bit of urgency coming in from both the batters. They know that the required run rate is creeping up, so they would just want to ensure they keep the required run rate in check and try to get one big over. Well, he does so. He hammers this towards the cow corner, and that is a majestic hit. It's a gigantic hit. Nipun Babu, very unlike Nipun. He doesn't really go for runs, but today he's bowling too quick on the surface. And Irshad, his eyes lit up the moment he saw the short delivery. Got into an excellent position, goes down on one knee, and absolutely dismissing it from his presence. I won't be surprised if the captain decides to bring Sanchit Sharma back into the attack, because he's a genuine wicket taker, and you would want a wicket at this stage. Goes hard once again. This is high. This is long. Forget about this one. That's another maximum. So back-to-back maxis. And now all of a sudden now runs are coming thick and fast. And it's Nipun Babu who's been taken to cleaners. Already 14 runs have been looted in this over. And still a couple of more deliveries to go. This was the over they were looking for. And surprisingly, they are taking down one of their premier bowlers, Nipun Babu. So worrying times here for Al bin Alias, the captain. And he'll now need to put his thinking cap on and try to do something different, because it's Volcano Sports Academy. They're running away with the show. Another one. This is down the ground, drilled, and brilliant bit of fielding. That's what you need. Those are the efforts which certainly does lift the mood in the camp. You need to fight for each and every single run. Good to see that the body language is still quite positive. Danis Sarhadi has been quite chirpy behind the stumps. Oh, cut away. Beautifully save your legs. No need to run for that. It's turned out to be a massive over in the context of play. And now all of a sudden, it's Volcano Sports Academy. They're riding high in confidence. And Nipun Babu, I'm not too sure if you're going to see him anytime soon to be bowling in this innings. It's 74 for 2 after 11. Well, this is an interesting move. They've decided to bring Uzair Maan back on strike, and straight away on the very first delivery, he picks up a wicket. So the gamble has worked, and they have picked up a pricey scalp, because this partnership was looking threatening, and Uzair Maan straight away getting into the act and has disengaged this partnership. Easy at it gets, easy chance, easy take. No mistakes have been made. This is the wicket they were desperately after. This match is on. 74 for 3. The plan has worked to bring Ozair Man back into the attack, and straight away he's created an impact, but once again he's drifted one down the leg side. And that has been one area of concern for Team CSS. They've provided a lot of extras, a lot of freebies, and that's something which they can't really afford, especially at this stage of the game. Each and every run is going to be so vital. And not to forget, there's still Ghulam Murtaza waiting in the dugout. You might just see him coming in next. Gets you those quick 30-40 runs. Bit of a mix-up once again. Careful. Captain has just walked in the middle. Shakib bowled decent in the first innings, but now he's got a job in his hands with the bat. He'll have to steady the ship. He'll have to play the sheer anchor role. He was quite switched on, mind you, in the first innings with the rotation of his bowlers. But now all eyes on him as to what he's got in store for us with the bat. And this is the problem. This is what happens the moment you start to lose wickets. You will see a few dot deliveries coming in, a few quiet overs, and that's where the required run rate goes up to 9-10 runs per over. And then the catching up work needs to be done. So this is why you need to ensure you don't lose further wickets, because if they go on to play out all the 20 overs, I believe it will be Volcano Sports Academy. They will be finding themselves crossing the line and winning this game. Crashed. Couple of bounces into the fence. That is a glorious hit. It was in his arc, in his zone, and too full by Uzair. And Shakib, knowing that the mid-off was in the circle, it was always a safe shot to opt, going aerial and clearing the inner fielder, getting 4 important runs. So which was a quiet over, just that one wide. Shakib spoiling the over. 65 is what they need, and they've got plenty of overs to achieve so, and also 7 wickets in hand. 3 to 4 more batters to follow after this, followed by the tail. Quick single, they're coming back to the second. No, denied by Ali, doing the right thing. We've already seen a run out early on. You don't want another one, especially at this stage. Losing a wicket at this stage will certainly put them at the back foot. And also there will be immense pressure the moment you walk into bat, when you know you need 64 more runs. Yeah, it's always going to be a tricky task. So far so good. Just the 6 runs conceded. Last delivery. Driven nicely once again. That is a beautiful stroke. And the ball has enough legs to cross the boundary. What a splendid stroke. Look at this. Perfect balance, perfect position. Front foot onto the line of the ball. Not overstriding. Just a gentle, sublime timing. And the lush outfield did the rest. It's 84 for 3 after 12. So it's a forced change because Nipun Babu was quite expensive in his spell. Old 3 over quota, and has now been replaced by Farzeen Ahmed, steaming in. Oh, this is high up in the air. Oh, he holds on to it. What a magnificent catch once again. The catching has been sublime, and they make no error yet again. This was miles up in the air. It wasn't an easy chance. He was staring right into the sun. And look at that. Perfect timing onto the dive and hangs onto it in the end. So that was the wicket they were looking for, and it's the captain, Shakib, will have to go back after scoring 5. It's 84 for 4. New batter makes his way in the center at number 6 position is Mohammad Zaman. Has come out a situation where there is pressure. Beautifully bowled, tap and run, careful. It's not the first time we're seeing them have a stutter and a mix-up between the batters out there for Volcano Sports Academy. Already saw Kalimullah getting run out. That was a rocket of a throw by Ganesh. So the match is equally well poised and hanging in balance. 60 of 7.4 required. Could be anybody's game. Beautifully bowled. Each and every single dot delivery from this stage of the game will put Volcano Sports Academy under pressure. A total of 5 bowlers have been used, so I doubt if the captain is going to bring a 6th bowling change. But that 1 over, who's going to be bowling that 1 over? Because Nipun Babu has been expensive. Or maybe he can just show faith and trust in his left arm spinner and give him another go. And I think they could do that right now, because there is a new batter at the crease. So this is the perfect time. You don't want to be holding Nipun Babu too long and bring him in the latter part of this innings, because that's the time when the batters will be really looking to go after you. And bringing a spinner in the last 5 overs is always very tricky, very dicey. So I think the captain needs to be a little brave and courageous in his approach and give Nipun Babu a go. Maybe next over. Cut away. Oh, brilliant bit of fielding. Look at the urgency in the inner field. He's getting a lot of support and applause from his teammates, because that was going towards the boundary. But look at this effort. He's cut that. And full length dive. Excellent. This man, he is an athlete. There's only 2 runs coming in the over of Farzeen. It's been very impressive so far. That's going to be another wide. The wides and no balls. That's something which they need to keep a check on. Even in the previous game, CSS, they conceded a few extras, but that time the demand of the situation was different. When you need 57 and 7.1, that's where you can't really afford to give any sort of freebies. And that is what they've done in this game. Upish, but there is protection. They might consider to come back for the second. Oh, a bit of a mix-up now. This could be run out. What is happening out there in the center? And this is not the first time where this man is involved in a run out, and it is Izaz. We saw Kaleem and Izaz when they were batting. There was a starter, there was a mix-up, and now again it's Izaz out there, and there is another run out. Oh, this is poor running. No calling, a lot of misunderstanding. Brilliant pick up and throw. And I'm not too sure what was going on there. Both the batters were trying to reach towards the non-striker's end. We'll have to wait for the signal and the verdict from the umpire as to which man will have to go back. So this is not the right time to lose another wicket. And that too in a form of a run out. We've seen this happen a lot in this innings. And yet again, they find themselves in a hole, losing a wicket in a form of a run out. It's 87 for 5, and it is Izaz Ali, the set batter, who will have to go back. But it seems like that the captain Albin Alias, he's heard me. I was just discussing in the previous over as to you need to trust your ace bowler and bring him right now. And this is what he's done. He's brought back Nipun Babu, and he's going to be bowling from the pavilion end for the first time in this innings. He was bowling from the other end, but let's see if we can get any kind of assistance from this end as well. There is a strong breeze across to our right. So watch out for that arm delivery as well, which Nipun Babu, he's a specialist. Well, he was quite expensive in his first spell, Nipun Babu, but now he's been asked to bowl from the pavilion end. And the very first delivery, his ball is banged in short. And the story continues. He's been hit for the boundary in the very first delivery of his fourth over. It's just an off morning for him, an off day. He's been bowling too quick, he's bowling too short, quite contrasting to what we saw in the first match he bowled against a quality side of Karwan. CC picked up 2 wickets, gave 20 runs. But today, look at that, that's too quick. He's just firing it onto the stumps, which is quite beyond my understanding. I would love to see Nipun go back to his stock deliveries, which is to flight the ball. Yeah, that's much better. That's the delivery you need to bowl. Draw the batter to get his front foot onto the line of the ball. Make him do something different. Because at the moment, they're literally toying around with his pace and getting easy runs. 52 is what they require in 6.3. Oh, goes for a big hit, but completely beaten. Each and every single dot delivery will definitely put a lot of pressure. But Ghulam Murtaza, watch out when he hits. Prepare some new balls, because when he hits, it stays hit. Look at this. He's hit this so hard. And excellent bit of fielding in the deep. Oh, I thought he's saved this one. But he did the tough part by stopping the ball. Timed his dive to perfection, but in the end just could not keep the ball inside the play area. So Nipun Babu yet again being expensive in this over. 48 is what they need now. Short and brilliant bit of fielding. Excellent stop. Ranjit Mani down there. And that's the end of the spell of Nipun Babu. Quite expensive. 41 is what he's given. It's 97 for 5 after 14. It's going to be Omar reintroduced into the attack. Starts off with a short delivery. And it's going to be a dot. He's been brought a little early into the attack because now CSS, they realize there's no point taking the game deep. They need to ensure they pick up wickets at this stage. Containing, it's not going to be all that, it is going to be difficult. So you need to ensure you keep on chipping in with wickets. Short delivery and missed out. He's asking the question, Ghulam Murtaza. But really, I believe it is Ghulam Murtaza den, this house. This ground, he's struck a lot of sixes here. I've seen him in the past. When he gets going, it's a treat to watch him. Deals only in boundaries and maximums. Isn't a huge fan of taking singles and doubles. A pure entertainer. Beautifully struck in the gap. That is a glorious stroke along the carpet, but done extremely well in the deep. Good cricket all round. Ghulam Murtaza was looking for a third. Yeah, no more runouts. They need to be extremely cautious and careful. We've already seen a couple of incidents happen, couple of runouts, two huge wickets, and that too of two batters who were well set in the middle. So these are the little moments in the game where you allow the opponents to come back in the game, and it is yourself who is to be blamed. Yeah, very smart Ghulam Murtaza, intentionally just closing the face of the bat and keeping the ball along the carpet. He knows that the match is still pretty much in their hands. 44 in a modern day cricket in 5.2 is achievable. Just a couple of big hits away, and that equation will come to almost run a ball. So they just need to be calm, they need to be smart, and ensure they don't play any reckless strokes. And on the other end, the men in black, they need to be careful. This is something which we've been consistently talking about, the extras. It has been one of the areas of concern, and surely once they go back to the dugout after the game, there will be a discussion on regards to their extras which they have provided in this game, in the previous game. So you don't have any runs to play with. That's something which you can't afford to do so. That's a short delivery, and the umpire. I'll have to wait for the signal of the umpire as to, is that a wide? No, he's given that as byes. So no boundaries in this over. That's a positive news for Team CSS. But there's still one more ball to go, and Ghulam Murtaza might just look to convert this into a big over. Another wide. This is poor stuff, to say the least. Can't really afford to do so. Just keep things simple. Why are they even trying to bowl so quick? All they have to do is just come in and ball in the right areas, rather than just trying to do a bit too much. With these kind of lines, if you've got a deep third man, a deep point, a deep cover, then it's quite understandable. With this kind of his field setup, not too sure what's the ploy. Short delivery, it's been pulled away. There is protection in the deep. Gets a single and will retain strike in the next over. It's 15 gone, 104 for 5. It's going to be Uzair Man reintroduced into the attack. Tries to go for a big hoik. Another dot delivery. Well, if you talk about experience, I think this is one man who carries a lot of experience on his shoulders. He's been around the domestic circuit for quite a while. A complete, genuine all-rounder. Missed out today. He started off well, but just could not convert that 11 into a big one. And struck a huge maximum as well. I remember that was a biggie. But now he's got a big responsibility with the ball. A very canny bowler, very unpredictable, keeps varying his pace, his lengths. This could be another mix-up, and that has been struck really hard by Ghulam Murtaza. And if it's come out of his blade, and if you were in the firing line, best of luck. He's down. Zaman will surely need medical attention. Right then, the play resumes. Zaman, after getting the all needed medical attention, he's up and running. He's still out there. Short delivery, nicely worked away. Ghulam Murtaza, mind you, he's been into these situations quite a lot, quite often, even in the past. So he knows how to deal and tackle these kind of scenarios and situations. And he's playing a very sensible knock so far. He knows that they don't need 65 or 17 4.8. They need only 39 runs. So knows the value of his wicket, and that's why he's staying calm out there. And even his partner at the other end, Zaman, I think the instruction is loud and clear, and that is to just stay in the middle. Now, I think the captain, he needs to be one step ahead of the game. He needs to get Sanchit Sharma in the very next over. There's no point holding him back. He is your genuine bowler. He's your number one bowler. It's his day. He was brilliant with the bat. Needs to be coming right away after this over. Hits it hard. Ghulam trying to clear the boundary, but just gets a single. So it's turning out to be a decent over by Uzair Man. Conceding only 3 runs. Can he finish strong? And if I'm Ghulam Murtaza, I'm going to ask Zaman to treat this specific delivery as a free hit. Go for the shot. It's the last delivery. We have 5 wickets in hand. We need 1 maximum. He tries to go for a big shot, but he's been deceived by an excellent delivery by Uzair Man. That's the end of a terrific over. 107 for 5. Well, it seems like it is Sanchit Sharma who's been introduced into the attack, bowling his last over. Now this is high up in the air. Where's this gone? Oh, it's gone straight into the throat of the fielder, but he has dropped it and it's gone all the way. For a moment, I thought he's done extremely well. We can see what he's indicating. That the sun came onto his eye line, and that's the reason he could not hold on to that one. This is a big, big moment in the game. You cannot be dropping Ghulam Murtaza, and that was a genuine chance. Pressure on Sanchit. He was very economical in the first spell. 6 runs is all he's given. But then he's been hit for a maximum. That should have been taken. Nicely played. Oh, cleaner pickup, and the story would have been different. 30 required in 3.4. The equation is quite simple here for Volcano Sports Academy. They do not have to do anything silly or do anything which will put them into a difficult situation. You've already gotten 7 runs in this over. You need 8 per over. Maybe just get singles and doubles or wait for the odd bat delivery. A dot delivery, Sanchit Sharma bringing all his expertise and experience into play, bowling a short bumper, taking all the pace off, rolling his fingers. And it is that kind of a surface where the moment you bang the ball in short, roll your fingers, the ball ever so slightly will hold up into the surface and come pretty late to the bat. Worked away. Call is for 2, but I doubt if they're going to make it. So sticking with a single. 29 more needed. Where is this match headed? They need a wicket. They need a wicket of either of these two batters, especially if they can get rid of Ghulam Murtaza at this stage. I think Volcano Sports Academy, they will be at the back foot because not much batting left after this. So this is one man standing between CSS and their victory. It's backed offside, leg side field rather. Another dot delivery. Each and every dot delivery, I believe, is going to put pressure on Volcano Sports Academy. You can see Ghulam Murtaza is not trying to be over ambitious or trying to force the issue. He's waiting for the loose stuff. Fine leg, third man are in the circle. This is a big ball coming. Last delivery by Sanchit. Short delivery. It's been hit hard, but it's luckily gone straight to the fielder. Gets a single. And the good news for them is that Ghulam will retain strike in the next over. 17 gone, 116 for 5. Excellent spell by Sanchit Sharma. Very miser when it comes to giving runs. Short delivery, and has that been taken? Yes, it has. That is a huge moment in the game. Ghulam Murtaza has edged that to the keeper, and Uzair Maan has deceived him with that extra bit of pace, firing it sharply. It was a sharp, short delivery, and it just hurried on to Ghulam Murtaza, got big on him. And this is a big, big moment in the game because we know that Ghulam Murtaza was the man who could have really taken the game away from the opponents. He's now making a slow walk back to the dugout. 116 for 6. Well, CSS will now believe they are right back in this game and they have a great opportunity to win the match from here onwards. Saifullah Noor is not pretty much known for his batting abilities. He did well in the last encounter, but that time the situation was different. But this morning, it's not all that easy. 27 more needed. In the last 16 deliveries, they need one big hit. Zaman, he's been out there for quite a while now. So you do expect him to take the responsibility on his shoulders rather than Saifullah Noor, who's just made his way in the center. Saif does have the tendency to clear the boundary. Can he do it in this crunch game? It's a must-win game, mind you. Volcano Sports Academy will be eliminated if they go on to lose this game. There's the first game where they were defeated by 7-6. That was a big, big loss. It was a pretty much one-sided encounter where 7-6 were all over Volcano Sports Academy. And now again, they were going along so well. They did extremely well in the first inning, restricting CSS for just 143. But now they find themselves in a hole. Another wide. Well, if ever they go on to lose this game, it is themselves who are to be blamed because they have given a lot of extras, and that too in the form of wides. 18 extras in a T20 game. That's a bit too much. Remove those 18 and add it with the 25. That would have been a tough task. So these are the little moments in the game which really matter in the end. Smashes it towards mid wicket, but there is protection. Only a single. Singles isn't really gonna harm Team CSS. What they need to ensure is not allow them to hit those boundaries and maximums. Well, Saifullah has just walked in the middle. Did well in the first innings with the ball, but now will be looking to clear the boundary. Mind you, he loves to play towards the mid wicket. Hussain Man, he's a very clever bowler. I don't really think he will offer much pace. Maybe just ball a slower delivery. Goes for the sharp bumper, deceives him, beats him. It's a mixed bag of events. We've seen a few wides, we've seen a wicket. 14 more legal deliveries remaining, 24 to win. So much at stake. Nobody is moving in the dugout of Volcano Sports Academy. They were up and running. They were cheering. They were dancing. They thought that the match is in their hands. But now, how the tables have turned drastically. And it was there, man. He was expensive in the first over. Oh, what a comeback. Shot, beaten, another dot. Pressure is mounting on Team Volcano Sports Academy, and Zaman going down to him, wants to have a quiet word. This delivery, it has to go out of the park. 24 in the last 2 overs is going to be an uphill task. So this is a big ball coming in. They're not making any changes to the field. They still have a deep square leg, deep mid wicket. They have a long on in position. They have a long off, a deep cover. Fine and third in the circle. Beats him once again. This is a terrific spell by Uzair Man. And certainly he's brought his team back into this game. And I believe now it's just getting tougher and tougher for Volcano Sports Academy. It's 120 for 6. Right there is the penultimate over. Brilliant delivery, perfect ball in the block hole, and nothing much I believe any batter in the world could have done on that delivery. What a brilliant spell Omar has bowled. Unlucky he hasn't picked up a wicket, but he's been very precise with his lines. And the execution has been spot on when it comes to be bowling into those block holes. And this man, he's a specialist. Well, that's going to be another wide. So make that 21 extras in this innings. That has been one area of concern for Team CSS. And good to see the senior statement just going to his bowler and having a word with him and asking him to just calm down. The match is in their grasp. 23 more required in 11 deliveries. Zaman, he's a pretty capable batter who does have long levers, can clear the boundaries. And that is what is the demand of the hour. Baits him once again. Dot is gold dust from this stage. We talk about the last overs. I think the penultimate over, I believe, is much more important than the last over. It just really sets the tone. So if you don't give many runs in the penultimate over, and if you give even 12 to 13 runs in the last over for your last bowler to come in and bowl, it's always a very tough ask. And so far, I think Omar is doing a decent job. You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to fire it outside the offside channel, trying to bowl in the block hole areas. Well, this is going to be a soft dismissal. And I think he was completely beaten by that express, an extra bit of pace by Umar. Banging it short and hurrying on to him, wanted to pull it towards mid-wicket. In the end, lofting it in the air, and a simplest of takes from Umar gets a well-deserved wicket in his last over. It's not looking good now for Volcano Sports Academy. They're on the brink of losing this game and also getting eliminated pretty early in this tournament. It's 121 for 7. It's turning out to be a fabulous ball. Oh, he hasn't offered a shot, and that's the reason he's gone for the appeal. But clearly, the impact was outside the leg stump. Singles isn't going to be a problem. Yeah, it's just getting out of their hands now. It's a bit too much to expect from Manan, who was absolutely brilliant in the first innings with his bowling abilities. Turned the ball sharply and bowled his heart out, but now all eyes on his batting abilities. Can he smash this out of the park? They need one huge maximum to get back in the game. Another dot delivery, and the pressure will keep on mounting. Dot delivery. He's let that one go alone. He's well left that last delivery. Excellent stuff. Just the one wide and a wicket taken by Umar. He's really bowled with a lot of pace and control. Such a lethal combination to possess as a fast bowler, where you can control the ball, you can control your swing and also bowl with pace at the same time. Last delivery. Tries to go for the big shot. He's hit it straight down, but he hasn't gotten the power behind it. They'll come back for the second. Yes, but still they'll need 21 runs in the last over. I think it's a bit too much to ask for. It's 123 for 7. So it's going to be the last over of this innings, and it's going to be for Zeen Ahmed to finish off things. Dot delivery. Yeah, it's pretty much done and dusted now. 21 and 5 deliveries. They need 3 maximums and a boundary. And I think it's a bit too much to ask from some Saiful Nanur. They were going along so well at one stage. Volcano Sports Academy. Things were under their control. They were 74 for 2 in 11.1 overs. And then all of a sudden they started losing wickets at regular intervals. And since then there's no looking back. So this might just be an early exit for Volcano Sports Academy. Such a renowned, formidable side. But just haven't given their 100% in this tournament. Swing and a miss once again. So 3 dot deliveries back to back, and mathematically now it's impossible. They can't win this game from here onwards. So it is CSS. They're on the verge of registering their second victory in this tournament and register and cement their spot for the next round. They already have a very healthy net run rate, but that's going to be irrelevant because they will be winning 2 out of 2. Make that 4 in a row. So there's a match going on between the bowler and the keeper. Clearly Saiful Anur, he's struggling. 8 deliveries is what he's played, but can't really blame him. He's not a genuine batter. Yeah, he does have the tendency to come in and strike a few big hits, but in these situations when you're playing quality pace attack, it's never too easy. It's hit hard. This time he's found connection, or has he not? Oh, brilliant work, Nipun Babu. They're still ensuring that they don't give any freebies. And Nipun Babu has certainly saved runs. Yeah, that partnership. They've had a lot of partnership of 22, 28, 24, 29. But even though none of the batters could really take the responsibility and ensure their team crosses the line, they will be going back in the dugout, and surely they will have a long discussion as to what went wrong. Last delivery of this match. This is high up in the air. It's a thick outside edge. It's gone towards the third man for a maximum, but it does not matter because in the end it is CSS who have clinched victory in the first game today here in Super Sunday, and have won this comfortably in the end by 13 runs. It has been a clinical performance. All three checks from the three departments. First, of course, their batting, and then their bowling was absolutely brilliant. You can see Shihan and Kalimullah getting off to a good start. Izaz also playing a good knock. He was unfortunately run out. And then Mohammad Irshad playing a handy knock. And none of the batters could really convert these ones into big ones. And in the end, it was a bit too much for Volcano Sports Academy. A very impressive bowling display from CSS. You can see the economy rates very miser when it comes to giving runs. Nipun Babu unfortunately was expensive, but all the other bowlers, look at that. Uzair Man 2 wickets, Farzeen a wicket, Muhammad Umar, but the pick of the bowlers, Sanjit Sharma 4 overs, 15 runs and a wicket to his name. 19 extras, that is an area of concern for Team CSS. Well, that's summary for match number 4. CSS batting first, 143 is what they've scored. Sanjit Sharma unbeaten, 57 in 37, and Sarhadi also playing a valuable knock yet again. In reply, Volcano Sports Academy could score only 130. Izaz Ali, the top scorer. Ghulam Murtaza, so much was expected from him. Uzair Man, Sanjit Sharma and Umar. Collective performance, and CSS registering another victory and getting 2 more points to cement this spot in the next round. Well, we're going to take a short little break, and once we are back, we will for the post-match presentation. Stay tuned. Check, check, check. 3, 2, 1. Mic check. Batana. Welcome to the post-match presentation of match number 4. It was CSS batting first, scoring 143 in the allotted 20 overs. In reply, Volcano Sports Academy could manage to score only 130, and they were short by 13 runs in the end. CSS clinching another comfortable victory. I would now like to invite our match official, Mr. Javi Botha, to please hand over the player of the game. And the player of the match goes to, I think we don't have any surprises, it has to go to Sanchit Sharma for his all-round performance. A brilliant knock, came into bat at a situation where his team was in trouble, 57 in 37, and also picked up a wicket. Congratulations, Sanchit Sharma, a brilliant all-round performance. Well, let's talk about your batting first. You came to bat at number 8 position. What was going through your mind, because your team was struggling at that time? Tell us more about that.
I mean, it was a difficult time to bat at that moment. The ball was doing a lot for the spinners, and credit to the spinners as well. They were bowling really well. Tight lines were not giving us any bad balls. So me and the guy who was batting with me, Danish, we just spoke about this, that we probably are the last batting pair that can score some runs. So we decided to take some time, and the best thing that I really enjoyed was taking small singles, tap and run. That is what really set them off, frustrated them. They started targeting each other, and then that is what kept us in the game, and then from there on it was pretty much easy for us.
Now let's talk about your bowling. You've been a master when it comes to bowling with the new ball. How much did you enjoy bowling with the new ball? Because you were brilliant. You gave only 13 runs and picked up a wicket.
Very happy, and unfortunately, I would have really enjoyed other one. That last catch dropped in the over would have made the figures a bit more better. But yeah, again, credit goes to the entire team. Everyone did very well. The fielders helped us. See, for us, example, a bowler when he's bowling and a fielder takes a brilliant catch or he stops a boundary, certain boundary, it really helps and motivates us as bowlers. But yeah, enjoying, Abu Dhabi, the wicket is beautiful. Getting some movement, you don't get to see these in Sharjah Stadium or in Ajman. So very happy, and would like to do and continue better for my team.
Such a brilliant all-round performance. Last question: who would you want to dedicate this play of the match to?
Of course, my family. Yes, all the hard work that they have done, especially my dad and mom. Everything goes to them.
Congratulations, Sanchit Sharma. Keep shining, and best of luck for the next game.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was Sanchit Sharma for his brilliant all-round performance. We're done and dusted with the post-match presentation, but don't go anywhere. We've got another exciting game lined up for you. Until then, stay tuned.